This evening, I want to share with you a few things because I believe in information. And those people who get information, they become transformed. So are you there? You've been working for the last 5, 10 years, or you have even worked for 20 years or 30 years. And this science of money has never at one time become clearer to you. The question is, if you have worked for 5 years, if I gave you a plain paper and instruct you to write a composition about money with 500 words, what do you think would dominate the content of your composition? Number one, you start by saying that money is never enough. That has been the scenario since time immemorial. Number two, you state categorically that wants are many and therefore cannot be met by the amount of money that you earn. Number three, you'll say that life is so dynamic that the moment you achieve one particular goal, you want to achieve another goal. Number three, you'll say that the monies that you have in your hearts can't be able to meet your demands in life. I appreciate all that. But then, what lesson do you learn? Money is always scarce. The most unfortunate thing that happens to many people who will be watching me on this TikTok page is that we do here, we know what ought to be done, but we don't do it. So the difference between those people who succeed financially and those who fail miserably in terms of financial management is purely on what we call activation of decisions made. Note that, activation of decisions made. We are all aging. Even as you sit right now, as you sit down right now, your body is still undergoing what we call the basal metabolic rates. That means that you're still aging. Even as you listen to me passively, you're still aging. The question is, once again, you have worked for 10, 15 years, yet you have no money in your bank account. You don't live in the most desirable place in your life. Because you don't live either, maybe you might be living in Kalen, you might be living in Modaiga, you might be living in what we call Ruda, or those other living suburbs. But the question is this, fine, there are those people who benefit, who do one deal, they get a deal of maybe 50 million shillings, and they go buying a plot at Ruda which goes about 30 million, they put up a house worth 20 million shillings, but it takes them 15 or 10 more years to get that 50 million shillings. What do you survive on? People will be viewing you or perceiving you to be a very rich person, but struggling spiritually and inwardly. I want you to lead a comfortable life. Leading a comfortable life means now you're working for money. If you want to succeed financially, you should not work for money forever. You should have a timeline. You are currently making money, working for money, but time should come when money should work for you. And that is what we refer to as passive income. And the day you wake up one morning and realize that the passive income is higher than the active income, you are financially independent. Becoming financially independent basically means that the amount of money you are getting out of your side hustles, for that matter, is higher than what you get when you gainfully engage yourself into an economic activity. And for you to get there, it is simple. You can never get wealthy if you spend all the money that you make. And therefore, financial discipline and financial hygiene is a must. I can tell you without fear of contradiction that this far the Lord has brought me is because of financial hygiene and financial discipline. The things I'm going to mention here should not necessarily apply to you. I've never taken beer in my entire life. I've never smoked in my entire life. I've never seen any form of a drug apart from the prescribed by medical doctors. I've never seen hashish. I've never seen mad drugs. I've never seen cocaine. I've never seen whatever it is that I hear being called drugs. The prescribed drugs, I've never seen them. I've never gone into a disco hall, and if you are there and you have ever found me dancing in a disco hall, you can actually bring an objection to my conversation. I have never gone to Koinage usiku. I've never gone to Koinage street at night to do the businesses that goes around that place. I have never done that, and I can attest to that. Financial hygiene and discipline is what is going to create financial liberation for your life. Think about your energy levels. Right now you have the energy. You can be able to work. Like I started working today from 5:30 and I'm still in my office. I can be able to work. But time is coming when my energy levels will go down. That should be the time my money should work for me. And that is where I'm saying, can you start creating what we call cash flow? Cash flow is the availability of near cash or money to attend to your financial obligations without liquidating or disposing some of the assets. And how do you do that? I have a company that has been there now for the last 2 years, 2.5 years. We are called Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited. And because I'm a financial expert, I'm a financial coach, I'll be able to show you where to invest your money and you get a proper return, the highest return ever. We are currently giving people a return, a net return of 14.5%. It is so easy to do that. Once you come to Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited, I'll be able to explain to you how your money starts now growing gradually, and for those people who have what we call delayed gratification, your money will be earning you what we call a compound interest, meaning that the amount of money you invest today will gradually grow to reach levels that you had never expect, unprecedented levels in your lifetime. And that money, when it comes to you, you'll be smiling all the way to the bank. The only problem with most of us Kenyans is that we are so pessimistic. We always find difficulties in every situation. And we say pessimistic people find difficulties in every opportunity. Optimistic people, they find opportunities in every difficult. It's up to you to decide. And I've been telling people, and as it has been said on a number of occasions, there are people who see a glass of water half empty and others see it half full. They are describing the same glass. But based on their software, whatever is in between their 2 ears, that is why they perceive things differently. So I'm calling upon all of you people listening to me today that we have elderly people in this Republic of Kenya who have gone up to 100 years. They never went up to 100 years because they had more money than you do. It is purely because they had financial discipline, financial hygiene, and they continually invested. Diversify your investment. At Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited, we don't invest money in one form of investment. As a matter of fact, we have what we call diversified portfolio account. Diversified portfolio account means we have put some money in debentures, we have put some money in hedging, we have put some money in foreign currencies, we have put some money in what we call commodities, we have put some money in what we call precious metals, and all that diversity cushions us against what we call some economic shocks. So if you are there and you want to lead a financially independent life, you'd not even, retirement is just, let me tell you something, you start aging the moment you think that hitting 60 means your retirement. You can even retire at age 30, even at age 33. Retirement can be defined by an individual, not by the institutions. We have men who are 80 years. As I speak to you right now, we have this president, the immediate former president of the USA, by the name Donald Trump. He's 78 years and he's running for the office of the president. The current occupant of that office, Joe Biden, is 80 years old and he's still seeking a 4-year-old term. So when you talk about age, it is all in the mind. I can tell you this at a confidence level of 99.5% that the former Prime Minister of Malaysia was 98 years and he still led. So age is just but a feeling that is actually captured in the mind of the bearer of that age. So you are still young. You can even live up to 100 years. You can even live up to 125 years, even up to 130. We had a man from Ukraine who lived for 137 years. So my brother, my sister, do not cut short your life. Money prolongs life. Money prolongs life. People with money, they can be able to prolong their life because anytime you have a medical issue, you go to hospital of your choice. You are treated. You can even take a flight to India for treatment. You can go to London for treatment. So you can be able to afford. So if you want to know more about our investment vehicle, kindly don't hesitate to call Dr. Paul Kibicho on 0722 633 021. At Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited, we say this is the home of investors. We thank God for our investors wherever they are, both locally and in the diaspora. We salute you because you have made Quest Pinnacle to be what it is today. For the skepticals, continue being skeptical. For the pessimists, continue. The choice is yours. But remember, between letter B and D, between birth and death, it is the choices that you make that will define your destiny. Whether hell, whether heaven, whether smiling in retirement or crying and gnashing your teeth, it is purely dependent on you. May God bless you. I wish all of you people a powerful decision-making session. Shalom, shalom, shalom. God bless you. See you later on a different topic.